Hey everyone, I'm Chris, and this is Cue the Credits. Welcome to the first ever Cue the Credits video. As you can probably guess from what I'm standing in front of, this channel is going to be dedicated to bringing you the latest and greatest in physical media, as well as some deep dives on various collector's editions, classic releases, and just kind of anything that I'm passionate about and want to share with you. But let's get on to what I'm talking about today, and that is the Super Space Theater Volume 1 Limited Collector's Edition Blu-ray, and this is Thunderbirds. So if you grew up on Gerry Anderson's classic shows, or like me, you were shown them by parents or grandparents, this one's probably going to bring back some memories. So let's talk context for this release. Back in the 1980s, around 20 years after Thunderbirds originally aired, ITC, an American brand, got the rights for the 32 episode series and decided to chop together from those episodes 3 feature-length films. This was in hopes to be able to put them to a mass US network market, syndicate them, and hopefully go on to a home video release. And I'm sure there was plans that if they went down well, they would be able to then syndicate the 32 episodes as well. They called it Super Space Theater. Though the edits were quite rough, they were a little bit choppy and they honestly didn't really work apart from one of the feature films. They did have a certain amount of charm, in all honesty. And, you know, as a massive Thunderbirds fan, it's still cool to see these versions in a different light. For the majority of American audiences, this was their first introduction to Thunderbirds. So let's talk the release. This is coming straight from Anderson Entertainment in the UK, but it is a region-free release, so you can play it anywhere in the world. And obviously, being a product that was made for the US market, I'm sure a lot of the US viewers will want to get their hands on this. But as you can see, this box set is absolutely gorgeous. You can see that spot gloss just as the sun's shining on there. It is all over this hard box and it is absolutely gorgeous. Obviously, I'll be splicing in some B-roll of this, but let's get into the actual box, right? So outside of that, we've got a standard case, which has just got some gorgeous artwork in. Gorgeous artwork throughout. And then we've got 3 discs inside as well, as you can see there. So you also get some restoration notes that I'm popping up on screen now. You also get some posters and you get some art cards as well, which is kind of like cinemagraph cards that you'd used to get in theatres, which they're really nice. Now, on my B-roll, you couldn't really see it. So I'm going to show you just one of the posters because they're absolutely massive. So as you can see here, you get these lovely posters. These are for each of the 3 films. They're really, really nice. Really nice quality and they smell great as well. I don't know why we like sniffing like new paper. It's kind of weird, right? So onto what you actually get inside. You get 3 Blu-ray discs, which are each housing one of the films. So you've got Thunderbirds to the Rescue on one disc, Countdown to Disaster on another disc, and Thunderbirds in Outer Space on the 3rd disc. So on each of these discs, you get the feature-length movie, which is around about 90 to 95 minutes, depending on which one. You also get a feature-length extra as well. You get the original VHS version of the film, and then you also get the new HD remastered, upscaled 4:3 aspect ratio film. And that's all stitched together. It's got new title cards. It's also got a new audio track as well, but you can switch between the original audio track and the new audio track, which is really nice to kind of see what they've changed and what they've kept in or removed from that original track.
Thunderbirds are go.
So if you've never heard of Super Space Theater, these 3 95-minute films effectively just comprise of a couple of episodes being spliced together and certain things cut out. Thunderbirds to the Rescue, which comprise of Trapped in the Sky and Operation Crash Dive. Thunderbirds in Outer Space, which comprise of Sun Probe and Ricochet. And Countdown to Disaster, which is Terror in New York City and Atlantic Inferno. So these were never actually the original running orders of the episode. Thunderbirds to the Rescue, which has Trapped in the Sky, which was originally episode 1 of season 1, and Operation Crash Dive, which is originally episode 8 or 12, depending on which source you look at, of season 1. Now these episodes do have the most similar through plot, as International Rescue are rescuing the new aircraft that is happening, and you get a recurring character of one of the pilots in both parts of this release. Now obviously these were made for the VHS era, they were made for network television, so this is the first time we've actually ever got them in HD. So let's talk picture and audio. Thunderbirds has always had a questionable release with home video, as you've always been able to get it, but it's never really been in the best of qualities. I've got to say, these look absolutely phenomenal. The restoration work that Anderson Entertainment have done on these episodes is phenomenal. The new title cards look absolutely gorgeous, and you can see the amount of love that has been put into this transfer to be able to bring Thunderbirds to an absolutely top level that people should be absolutely clamoring to see. The new advanced audio track that they've got also complements these films really, really well. Though it is only in a stereo configuration and we're missing out on that 5.1 that was in the ITV release, honestly, I don't think you need it. It doesn't need to shake the room. It doesn't need to do anything great. The newly remastered tracks sound brilliant, and you're not missing using the whole speaker setup. So let's talk about why this set matters. It is weird, and it's just a bit strange that for 3 made-for-TV movies that chopped and changed some of the, most beloved Thunderbirds episodes, Anderson Entertainment went, yeah, but we're going to make one of the best TV show box sets that is going to be released in the UK this year. Obviously, let's see what's coming out for the rest of the year, but this is absolutely gorgeous. Like, just look at it. It's beautiful. It is a fascinating part of Thunderbirds history in an era where it was absolutely suitable to take stuff and chop and change it, whether it be Thunderbirds or The Man from U.N.C.L.E., and that's just how they produced TV back then. If you're a completionist or a collector or just a Thunderbirds lover like myself, this is a really, really good deep cut to own. This is obviously Super Space Theatre Volume 1. Anderson Entertainment have already announced Volume 2 that's coming out, which is Space 1999, and after seeing this box set, you know darn right I pre-ordered that, even though I've never seen Space 1999, but as a lover of old British media, I'm sure it's going to be a great box set, and judging by the look of this, it's also going to be absolutely beautiful. So is it worth it? This set retails for £35 or around about $47, and personally I'd say yes. If you're a Thunderbirds diehard like myself, or you just want that nostalgic hit, or maybe you're a US viewer of this and you remember watching these when they first aired back in the 80s. I think it's an absolutely gorgeous box set, and it's an absolute celebration of what Thunderbirds is and this era in Thunderbirds history. So I would note that Anderson Entertainment have announced that they are doing a full remaster of the original series, so all 32 original episodes. That is coming out sometime in 2025. I'm guessing nearer Christmas, but there hasn't been a release announced yet. They have noted that everything in this set is exclusive to this set, so you're not going to get stuff that's on this on the new 32 episode season complete series. So you are safe in knowing that if you pick this up and you pick the other up, you're going to get the complete Thunderbirds package. But if you're only wanting that 32 episode run and you don't want any of the nostalgia hit, then maybe just hold out for that release later in the year. So, final thoughts. I absolutely love seeing niche releases like this. The fact that in 2025, Super Space Theatre Thunderbirds films are remastered, new audio, and on Blu-ray is just absolutely wild to me. But I love it. and I wouldn't change it, because this is an absolutely gorgeous release and I'm so happy that it's in the collection. So thank you for watching the first ever Cue the Credits video. I've got loads more physical media, deep dives and collector focus videos on the way. So if that's your thing, please drop a like, hit subscribe, share the video with people. It's really appreciated that you stuck around until the end. So, did you grow up with these versions, or are you planning to pick this up and check them out for the first time? Let me know about it in the comments below. Peace.